Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these Valentines inspired hand warmers. For today's project, you're going to be needing medium weight yarn. I used just the regular Walmart yarn in white and red, and you're going to be needing a 3.75mm crochet hook, scissors, and a yarn needle. To start off, we're going to make a magic ring. If you're a beginner, please find a video on how to do that, because I'm afraid I will not be able to teach you how to do it very well, because it is one thing that I struggle with every single time. Once you have made your magic ring, chain 3 and then make 11 double crochets into your magic ring. Once you have the equivalent of 12 double crochets, you want to slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 to begin the next round. For round 2, we're going to skip the first 2 stitches, and then in the third stitch, we are going to make 8 triple crochets. After you've completed that, you want to make a double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. Then in the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet and then a triple crochet into the same stitch. Chain 1, and then you've reached the point of the heart. So the rest of the side is going to be mirrored. So make a triple crochet in the next stitch, followed by a double crochet into the same stitch. Then make a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then in the next stitch, we're going to make 8 triple crochets again. Now skip to the last chain stitches and make a slip stitch in between the first triple crochet and then your last stitch. And now you have your heart, so you can fasten off and cut your yarn. What I like to do, just to keep my heart a little bit more together, is I like to tighten the circle as tight as I can and then tie it together with the end, and it helps it to keep its shape a little bit more. And now for the square portion, we're going to attach the white yarn to the 4th triple crochet in our last round. Then we are going to chain 3 and double crochet into the same stitch. And then in the next stitch, we are going to half double crochet and then single crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet in the next stitch, followed by a triple crochet in the next stitch. And now we're going to make our first corner. So in the next stitch, you are going to make 2 triple crochets, chain 2, and make 2 triple crochets back into the same stitch. Then in the next stitch, we're going to double crochet, and in the next stitch, we're going to half double crochet, and then single crochet at the point of the heart. Then we are going to half double crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch before working our next corner. For this corner, we are going to do the same thing as we did last time. We're going to work 2 triple crochets, then chain 2, and then make 2 more triple crochets. Then we're going to make a triple crochet, then double crochet, then half double crochet, then single crochet, then a half double crochet again. And now we're going to make another corner, but this time we are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and make 2 more double crochets. Now to finish up this side, you're going to make a half double crochet, and then we are going to double crochet 2 stitches together. You're going to do this by yarning over, pulling a loop through the next stitch, pulling your loop through the next stitch, and then yarning over and pulling through 3 loops, and then through 2 loops. Then you're going to triple crochet in the exact same place where you slip stitch between the first and last stitches of round 1. And then we are going to double crochet 2 more together like we just did before this. And then we are going to half double crochet, and then we should be back at the first stitch that we started in. So you're going to make 2 double crochets back in the starting one, and then you're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 to complete this round. You should have 9 stitches on each side of the square with a chain 2 in each corner. For the next round, we are going to start with a chain 3, Then you are going to double crochet into the chain 2 space below it. And then you are going to double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. This should take you right up to the next chain 2 space. Then once you reach the chain 2 space, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And you will continue to work the same thing all the way around until you reach the last chain 2 space where you started. Once you reach your starting chain 2 space, you are going to make 2 double crochet into the same chain 2 space, then chain 2, and again slip stitch into the top of your chain 3. After this round, you should have 13 stitches on each side of the square and a chain 2 in each corner. You are kind of going to have to go off of your hand size based on the size of your granny square. As you can see, this one isn't quite big enough for my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and make another round on this square. But you can feel free to change the pattern however you need to fit. For this round, we're going to be pretty much doing the exact same thing we did on the last one. You're going to start with a chain 3 and a double crochet into the chain 2 space. Then you're going to double crochet in each of the next 13 stitches, again until you reach the corner where we're going to be working the corner the exact same. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, and just repeat this all the way around until you again reach the starting chain 2 space. We are going to again just put 2 double crochets and chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 to complete your square. Afterwards, this is how the squares are going to look. You're going to need 4 of these to complete both. Now that we have all of our squares done, I'm going to show you how to attach them. I did not fasten off in the last one just so I wouldn't have to reattach my sewing yarn. Pretty much what you're going to do is just align them side by side and slip stitch both sides together, the right side and the left side. Keep in mind though that you are going to need to make thumb holes. So what I did is I slip stitched like 5 or 6 stitches down, and then I left 7. I slip stitched across 7 to keep that knot attached, and then I slip stitched the last couple stitches together. Just leave a nice sized thumb hole there. Once you have attached them on both sides and they look like this, we are now going to work a round of single crochet around the top of our hand warmer. I decided to start right at one of the first stitches over the squares so that when I came around I could join the ends together a little bit better. So I'm just going to start here and I'm going to start single crocheting all the way around. Once you reach the end, what we're going to do is make a single crochet into our chain 2 space, and then we're going to jump across into the next chain 2 space and make another single crochet just to keep it a little bit more closed at the top. And then we're just going to continue on single crocheting down the side, and then at the end make a single crochet in each chain 2 space to close it off and slip stitch onto our first single crochet just to finish everything off. I'll show you once I get there. And then we are going to fasten off, and then it's time to go to the bottom side of the hand warmers. So here we are going to start again just right close to an edge. I wanted to sew this end in as I was going along, so I started just on the other side and I joined my yarn here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a round of single crochets for one round. We're going to do the same thing that we did on the top with making a single crochet into each chain 2 space to join it all nicely. Once we reach the end, we are just going to slip stitch back into our first single crochet, and then we are ready to begin our next round. So what I did is I made one decrease on both ends. This will all depend on how you want the wrist of the hand warmer to fit you. I like mine to fit a little bit tighter, so nice and snug. So if you want it to be looser, just feel free to make another round of single crochets and leave off the decreases. After you finish this next row, with or without the decreases, it's time to start the ribbing. So the size of ribbing I did is I chained 10. I did pretty tight stitches on the ribbing just because I didn't want it to be too stretchy, but again, this is up to personal preference. So once you've chained 10, you're going to skip the first one and you're going to slip stitch down 9. This is by far the hardest part, just because I absolutely hate doing ribbing. While we are working this ribbing, you are always going to be slip stitching or single crocheting into the back loops only of this section. Also, make sure as you're doing this ribbing that you constantly have 9 stitches that you're working in so that your ribbing doesn't continually get smaller or larger and just remains a constant size throughout the whole thing. Once you reach the base of your chain, you are going to slip stitch into the back loops of the next 2 stitches on the base. And then you are going to turn and single crochet your way back up in the back loops only. And you are just going to continue to repeat this process of slip stitching down and then across 2 stitches and single crocheting back up until you reach all the way around the base of the glove. It should end in a way that your last slip stitch down joins both ends of the ribbing. And this is what it should look like once you're finished. Now it's time to make the chain of hearts going around the base, as you see here. This part is actually really easy and quite fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your red yarn again and you're going to make a chain of 48 stitches. Now we are going to skip the first 3 chain stitches, and in the 4th one we are going to make a triple crochet. In the same stitch, we are going to make another triple crochet. Then you are going to chain 2, and then slip stitch back into the same stitch, then chain 2, and make 2 more triple crochet into the same stitch. Then you're going to skip the next 3 chain stitches again, and in the 4th one, you're going to slip stitch to complete the top of your first heart. We're going to be repeating this down, but I will do it at least once more just to show you guys what you're supposed to do. So again, you're going to be skipping the next 3 chain stitches and make 2 triple crochets into the 4th one. Then we are going to make a chain 2 and slip stitch it back into the same stitch. Then chain 2 and make 2 more triple crochets into the same stitch. Then we're going to again skip 3 chain stitches, and in the 4th one slip stitch to complete the top of our second heart. And like I said before, you're just going to want to repeat this all the way down your chain. When you reach the end of your chain, you should have the tops of 6 hearts. So what we're going to do next is we're going to turn and work on the opposite side. Again, we are going to be skipping 3 stitches, so in the same stitch that we worked everything on the opposite side, we are going to make 3 double crochets. Then chain 1 and make a triple crochet in the same space. Chain 1 again, and then make 3 more double crochets in the same space. Then you are going to again skip 3 stitches and slip stitch into the same place you slip stitched on the previous round. Then we're going to repeat this process again, making 3 double crochets, chaining once, make a triple crochet, chain once, and make 3 double crochets. Then skip 3 stitches again and slip stitch into the same place on the previous round. And you're just going to repeat this all the way down until you reach the end. Once you have your string of hearts ready, before we fasten off, we are going to slip stitch both of the ends together to make a loop. And then you can fasten off your yarn and cut it. This loop should fit just about perfectly right around the ribbing at the bottom of your hand warmer. As you'll notice, mine is a little bit loose, but that is because I counted wrong and I made one too many chains at the end. So if you counted right, yours should look much better than mine. For our next step, you're going to grab your yarn needle and you're going to cut off a piece of red yarn, just enough to sew it all the way around. And I'm going to show you how I did it, but you can do whatever works best for you. What I did is I threaded it through right close to the beginning of the chain, and then I just worked my way back and forth, doing 1 stitch on either side of each heart and then bringing it across underneath the hole in the center and poking it up the other side, and then poking it back down right in between the 2 hearts before bringing it up into the next heart. Don't pull your stitches too tightly or it will be very noticeable inside the hearts. Just leave them nice and loose like all the other heart stitches so that it'll just blend in nicely. Then after you have cut your yarn and weaved in your ends, this is what you should look like. Of course, you're going to make 2 of those, and then you should have these cute little Valentine's Day hand warmers. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed making these with me. It's been a while since I made a project that I could finish in one day, so I really enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you plan on making these and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos.